Rebonjour YouTube. On venait de terminer la fameuse enquête avec le trio. On ne sait pas qui a arnaqué qui. Il y avait un Italien dans l'histoire, un peu mafieux. Il y avait le boxeur qui devait se coucher, qui l'a pas fait, et la femme. On ne savait pas qui a arnaqué qui, mais du coup on a laissé la main de partir. On se retrouvait avec la cité sans voile, le nom de l'enquête. Je sais pas s'il va réapparaître, mais du coup je le dis, c'est la cité sans voile, et on perd pas plus de temps. Ah bah si, voilà.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Roy il se fait démonter à chaque fois. Sûrement à cause du changement de saison. Pourquoi vous êtes dans la saison des typhons là? Les grosses tempêtes. Bon, nous c'est quand. Je crois que je l'ai déjà dit, mais j'ai l'impression que les mœurs c'est un peu les prémices de la brigade des stupes parce qu'on enquête que sur des trucs de drogue. J'ai pas écouté ce qu'il a dit. Comme d'hab. Ah, vous passez en hiver? Ah oui, oui, vos saisons sont inversées. Parce que nous là on arrive dans les beaux jours.
Seem distracted.
Oh.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be. You gotta be kidding me. We're driving this?
Bah faut venir en Normandie du coup, hein, il fera meilleur. Hein. Puis tu repars en octobre.
Closing one case opens another. Do you have any idea what is really going on?
Putain de merde.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Je pourrais faire de la prévention routière. J'ai juste lu un message et hop.
Deals being done right now will change the face of L.A. forever, and we're wasting our time on some hump. Someone's little girl. Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Oh, braquage, non, on y va. Ah, ils sont chum les voitures là. Allez, braquage. Braquage égale clavier souris. C'est parti.
Car 11K responding. Go ahead with
Vol de jour.
Stop! LAPD! Like hell!
Ah non.
Put your hands in the air!
Obnoxious oaf.
There he is, officer! Give it up! LAPD!
Faut que je trouve une ligne droite pour l'arrêter.
Heavens to Betsy.
Don't make me chase you! Stop or I will shoot! Stop or I will shoot!
Arrestation avec tir de sommation. Et voilà. Encore une affaire rondement menée. Bon, c'était rapide, hein. Je m'attendais à ce que ce soit à phase de tir. Bon, par contre, il y a un gars, il arrête pas de lancer un jeu depuis tout à l'heure et ça s'affiche sur mon écran, c'est chiant. Succès pas si vite. Arrêter un suspect avec un tir de sommation. Bon, nickel. Ah, du coup, Roy, tu conduis.
You're behind the wheel.
Il y en a de la bagnole chum à récupérer ici. Je me tâte toujours à faire, genre quand on aura fini le jeu, une vidéo, un live, juste on fait les délits et tout. Parce qu'il y en a 42 à faire, je crois. On en a fait peut-être 5.
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Thanks.
Deuxième étage, appartement 6. Ok, ok. J'ai pas d'autres costumes. Outsider. Bon. Il y en a un que j'aime bien, mais je crois que je l'ai toujours pas. Appartement 6, c'était celui-là, non? 8. Bon, bah il est à droite du coup. 5. Bah. Ah, à fond du couloir. Oui. Bien vu.
Bukowski, you made
Oh,
homicide.
Bukowski!
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with this?
Oh, Rusty, putain, il y a tous les anciens. Rusty Bukowski.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Bukowski, c'est notre pote. Si vous rappelez pas, c'est notre pote de la patrouille. Quand on était dans la circulation, c'était lui qui était avec nous. Et du coup, bah Rusty, bah, vous savez qui c'est Rusty.
Phelps?
Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest.
Be my guest.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Ouais, elle s'est fait étrangler et noyer. Oh,
Bruising on the forearms, and these look like bite marks.
Very good.
effectivement, c'est des traces de morsure étranges. On aurait affaire à un vampire. C'est quoi ce délire? Attendez. Hop.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
This is her.
Ça me paraît correct. Bon,
Yes.
on s'en fout.
Mr. Lee.
Des chiottes. Ah, j'entends une témoin.
Maybe she was having trouble with some boys, huh? Maybe she got
Des seringues, il a dit.
couldn't take it anymore.
Bon, lui, il prend des photos, il y a
So
tout un
she
truc
had
là.
herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
À quoi elle est chaud?
So much drive.
Ok. Alright, alright.
Sorry, I'm not being very
Un pieu.
They're there.
Looks like barbiturates.
Toujours pas de seringue du coup. Kezako, une boîte.
Barbiturates.
Oh putain.
What else is rattling around in this thing?
Un double fond. Prendre une capsule après un repas une fois par jour. 20 capsules de benzédrine. Ok, on a l'adresse du médecin.
You should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
j'ai pas vu de seringue, mais après, je crois que je suis rentré direct dans l'appart. Voilà, j'ai pas vu tout ça.
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Il n'y a rien d'écrit, mais il y en a forcément une où il y a écrit un truc. À toutes les faire.
There's been a modeling assignment.
Emploi de mannequin. Est-ce qu'il y a un truc? Attention, oui. Dacine 6582, je travaille mardi de 11h à 16h. Tu viens me tenir compagnie pour interrogation. Demande Miss Randall Biz. Julia.
It's place to start.
On a ça et on a le doc, je crois. On vérifie quand même la dernière.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Ok, rien là-dessus. Ok, toujours pas de trace de seringue. Bonjour madame, je sais pas qui vous êtes, mais je m'occupe de vous très bientôt. Bon, ça je pense qu'on s'en fout. Ils l'ont battu avec un...
Nothing significant. Don't think this is
Je sais
anything.
pas, hein, des fois qu'il y a du sang là-dessus, on sait pas. Intuition, est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à révéler, tous les indices? Ouais, il reste des trucs quelque part. Hein. On va refaire un tour. Je m'occupe de vous après, madame. Le Bing. Excuse-moi, Carouters. Mal. Il s'appelle Mal. Est-ce que j'aurais oublié un truc ici? Parce que... Non. Parce que je me rappelle d'une affaire où on avait une voiture diplomatique là et en fait il y a eu un indice et il y avait deux indices au même endroit et j'avais pas relevé le drapeau argentin. Et du coup plus tard dans l'affaire j'avais dit ah, regardez il y a un drapeau argentin mais ils s'en foutent. C'est parce que j'ai pas relevé au début sur la voiture. Donc on va repasser deux fois. Bon, on va parler à cette
I'm
dame.
Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked.
Mais vous êtes qui?
I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town.
C'est sa femme de chambre.
Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? Who else is there? I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Bonne femme de ménage. Bonne et femme de ménage, pardon. État d'esprit de la victime.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Elle a le regard fuyant, mais si j'ai mis des doutes, elle va me dire ah bah vous avez pas de preuves, allez vous faire foutre. Pas plus que d'habitude, donc ça, si je vais pas l'agresser en disant oui, pourquoi elle prend des médicaments, je vais mettre un doute. Je pense. Perdu.
Killed herself for a man.
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young
Putain, je
lady.
comprends jamais rien.
One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
Bah, pourquoi il y a une veste d'homme alors?
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Et ça alors?
Who owns the smoking jacket?
I wouldn't
Il y a
like
deux
to tell
musiques qui
tales on
s'entrecroisent.
the stand. That's Mr. Henderson's. An older man, very distinguished looking. He seemed very much in love with her.
Where would we find him?
I'm sorry, I don't know. He said he lives in San Francisco.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Il se fout de ma gueule encore. Je vais mettre des doutes parce que j'ai pas de preuves, mais...
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next.
Oui, bah elle est dérangée, quoi.
She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks,
Bon,
Mrs.
2 sur
Reynoldsson.
3 encore, c'est déjà plus que la moyenne, hein.
One of the other detectives will take your statement and then you can go
Vaut
home.
mieux 2 sur 3 qu'une. Et putain, des trucs comme ça, hein, des interrogatoires de merde
Stefan,
comme ça.
Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm with Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Bon, là, on s'en fout. Ça peut être important. Et en fait, c'est l'arme du crime. Ah, trouvé. Seringue prévoit en plus solution de tartrate de morphine.
Mal will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
I think our work is done here.
Cadavre exquis. Chelou le succès. C'est bon, on a tout. Allez, on se casse. On va voir, je sais pas qui, mais on se casse. Trouver, examiner tous les barbituriques dans l'appartement de Julia machin. Je suis jamais allé dans cette boîte, tiens. Ah si. Bon, je vais pas lui péter à sa caisse, le pauvre. Ça me démange, hein, mais... Je vais prendre la mienne. Hey mambo, mambo, manana.
Seems like a decent guy.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to?
On va voir le doc.
This guy must have escaped a loony bin.
Bukowski, Galloway, quite the little reunion in there. Almost brought a tear to my eye.
Mais arrête.
Good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I noticed you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Bon, il y a un peu de vrai là-dedans, hein. Galloway, c'est pas un gros combatif non plus, hein. Hop. Excusez-moi. Il s'appelle comment? J'en sais rien. Bon, on va regarder où est-ce qu'il y a une porte dorée. Ça va être plus simple. Ah. Bizarre l'ambiance.
swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
.505. Ok.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD.
Voilà,
We'd
ça
like
mon
to see
nom.
Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Voilà, Stoneman il a compris. Allez, dégage.
Your investigation is much more
Ah, merde,
important
c'est
than
toi.
my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, detective.
Lien avec la victime.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
C'est vrai ce mensonge. Daté de juillet 1946. Je sais pas en quelle année on est.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year.
Ah,
I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Faut pas que j'ai quand j'ai un doute, quand c'est en gros je vais faire ça maintenant. Quand je sais pas si c'est doute ou mensonge, je vais l'accuser de mensonge pour comprendre la preuve que je dois avancer. Et au pire je ferai renoncer.
Your prescriptions contradict you, doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know.
Ça me permet un peu de
Jumped up on
comprendre.
Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Médicaments supplémentaires.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Je vais l'accuser de mensonge, puis au pire je...
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man.
Bah, je peux l'accuser de ça, mais je vais quand même douter parce que...
It's like I made a mistake.
Je vais douter.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
2 sur 2,
That'll be all
let's
for
go.
now, Dr. Stoneman.
Pour l'instant on est à 4 sur 5 je crois. Avec l'autre interrogatoire.
Advice?
I say we check out the dress shop.
Ça marche, allons-y. Moi je vais éternuer. Y'a pas de soucis, re. Hop là. Voilà, on l'a quand même accusé de de participer à une overdose de morphine alors qu'on a très bien vu qu'il y avait des traces de strangulation, quoi.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Il y a des sacrées traces de strangule quand même. Pas de voiture que je peux voler là. Bon.
You know the way. You can drive.
Do
Hop,
we know
allez.
where we're going?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Boutique de vêtements d'Assine. C'est marrant parce que cette mission ne me dit absolument rien du tout, quoi. Je pense que c'est une mission de DLC encore. Parce que ça ne me dit absolument rien.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
Ah, c'est vous qui parlez, pardon.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Hop là, allez hop, on pose un sacré froid.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
On doute, vérité, vérité, doute, vérité, doute. Elle a aucun intérêt à mentir, on va dire vérité.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps.
Oh, c'est cerise de Groupama.
I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
C'est la même bague que l'autre, mais en blanc.
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Tenez, je vous la rends. J'ai pas vu la preuve qu'on a récoltée.
Don't go away, detective.
Pardon,
I want to know what this is about.
je me suis trompé de touche. Ok, bon, lien avec la
How
victime.
did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Ouais, je vais pas douter de sa version, je veux dire, pourquoi dire... Bah non, en fait, c'est pas mon mari. Vérité.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and
Il joue
Julia
double
have
jeu,
been
Henri, j'ai
friends for
l'impression.
years.
Connaissance de Monsieur Anderson.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
C'est vraiment pas qui c'est? Veste intérieure pour homme. On a eu où le truc de Anderson? A déclaré que vit à San Francisco. Je sais pas qui c'est. Elle sait vraiment pas qui c'est. Doute? Vérité? Elle a aucune émotion, elle me regarde droit dans les yeux, je vais dire vérité, mais du coup elle ment très bien, c'est
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have
vérité.
given it to her.
Ok.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
Ok, ok.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Elle est morte, hop là.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
Finito?
Oh no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so
Non
full
mais
of
sa bague
life.
c'est un point américain, vous avez vu la taille que ça fait? C'est énorme. Je cherche Monsieur Anderson.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Good. Eh oui.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you.
On va parler à Mal. Ah voilà.
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Ok, c'est parti. Qui c'est qui pleure? Oh non, elle pleure toute triste. Hop, hôpital de Hollywood. Full time.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Any Century into the 484 just occurred. 31
Oh non, fini le délire.
4th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Finito. Hôpital d'Hollywood? Hollywood? Je l'aime bien mal. C'est un bosseur. Vous roulez sur les trottoirs? Absolument pas, c'est... c'est une voie d'urgence pour la police.
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
Très bien. Vous n'avez pas de preuve de toute façon de ce que vous avancez. Coroner, bah, ça doit être là. Ah non, c'est son bureau ça. La salle d'examen elle est là. Hop là. Bonjour.
Paul, Roy, I have some information for you.
Pourquoi il y a deux corps déjà?
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Mal, il bosse bien. Il bosse vraiment bien, Mal. Bon, lui, il s'est fait éclater la gueule. Et elle, on connaît déjà. C'est quoi ça?
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
Ah, c'est Domino's Pizza.
Carruthers. Yeah, he's here.
C'est qui m'emmerde à chaque fois. Là.
I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
T'es vraiment un sale con, Roy. Vraiment, Roy, t'es un sale con. Ah mais le commissariat est là, je crois. Bah oui, tranquille. Allez, hop. Où sont les salles d'interrogatoire ici? Staff only. Évidemment, c'est la numéro 1. Où est la numéro 2? Ah.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Donc c'est pas vous qui lui avez offert une bague par hasard? Parce que celle-ci, une bague en or ornée d'une machin et... Bague en or ornée d'un ça. J'ai envie de douter de sa version. On va utiliser un point d'intuition. Doute.
He's asking whether you banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged
Ressemble à
to
un de
be
tes
married.
profs.
It wouldn't be polite.
Un prof de
Answer
quoi?
the question.
De
This will
maths?
remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been.
De stratégie
I
des
wasn't
médias.
privy to all the details of Julia's
Ah,
private
c'est
life.
très précis, mais j'aurais jamais trouvé. Merde, j'ai pas écouté ce qu'il a dit. Connaissez-vous truc machin? Je vais l'accuser de mensonge pour voir ce qu'il répond pour comprendre. Mais je vais pas mettre de preuves.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Et bah, figurez-vous qu'il vient de San Francisco. Après, il peut ne très bien pas le savoir. Je t'ai déconcentré. Non, t'inquiète. Il vient de San Francisco, tu mens.
That's funny. Julia told her cleaning lady that he lived in San Francisco.
Okay, you got me. I don't know where he's from. Julia wanted money. She always wanted money. She thought she could
Bon,
get
bon.
something from this guy.
Même sans savoir de quoi on parlait.
She was wearing a distinctive engagement ring. Do you think she might have convinced him to buy it for her?
Maybe he did, yeah. Maybe he and Julia were getting serious.
Le blanc, suspect du cambriolage.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
J'ai douté.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in
Let's
fashion.
go.
That's right.
Directeur. Arnett Clothing Emporium. Ah, mais il bosse pour la concurrence. Bien joué, ouais. Bon, heureusement qu'il y a quand même les points d'intuition des fois qui aident parce que.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Putain, mais l'autre qui relance son jeu encore. J'espère que ça se voit pas sur
That
le.
son of a bitch was never in the Marines.
Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Je sais plus ce que je disais. C'est pas grave.
He's in that car at the lights.
Y'a pas de voiture qui me fonce dedans, ça y est.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Il veut pas la
I'd have
notif.
expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Parce que depuis tout à l'heure, il relance son jeu, j'ai eu au moins une quinzaine de fois la notif en bas de l'écran là, c'est un peu relou. Je sais pas ce qu'il fait en travers de la route. Feu rouge, je passe quand même.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Can you quit driving like a jackass already?
C'est les flics qui viennent de me rentrer dedans. Vraiment, ils ont zéro race. Je vais avoir des dégâts matériels à $300 là. Aïe aïe aïe. C'est très lent comme conduite. Si tu savais rouler aussi, bah je sais rouler mais quand je vais trop vite ils me disent attention vous allez vous faire opérer. Il y en a plus tu vois ils me foncent dedans. Il s'arrête non? Il s'arrête. Faut que tu regardes, hein, ça se trouve ton pseudo tu peux le modifier, je crois qu'il y a t'as 30 jours. Tous les 30 jours tu peux le changer je crois.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Pipa pipa pou. C'est bien magnifiquant. Si tu le dis mon petit bonhomme. Si tu le dis. Oula. Est-ce qu'il va tourner à droite? Il va pas tourner à droite. Je suis une ombre. Merde. La gueule! Pas vrai ça.
He just refuses to accompany me to church.
What are you doing?
Hein? Quoi? Mais il faut à travers les murs. On n'a pas du tout échoué, ça faisait partie du plan.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm
Oh
done
là
here.
là 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 là. Il faut à travers les murs. C'est de la triche. Voilà. Hop là, tu fais quoi maintenant? Bon, on va être malin, on va faire ça. Hop. J'ai dans le futur, c'est qui le suspect en fait, je vois pas. C'est le mec en costard gris là, qui est juste là. C'est ce brave type. Qui s'est fait passer pour un Marines. Et qui a donné un nom de régiment et une bataille auquel il n'a pas participé. Parce que nous-mêmes on y était et on n'a aucune connaissance de ce mec là, qui est censé être capitaine.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Donc du coup on le considère comme suspect et on le suit. Moi je m'en fous, j'utilise les couvertures. Bon super, en plus j'ai échoué genre à 1 mètre. À 1 mètre tout à l'heure. Vraiment pas cool. Manager.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
Mexico. Bonjour.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
This is better.
Oh my god. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
C'est le
The
porte-monnaie de la
guy who
victime.
owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600
Oh,
clams.
Monsieur Cigarette. Très cher Beverly, avec tout mon amour et mon affection pour toujours, G. C'est qui Beverly? C'est la victime? Qui a rien suivi, je crois. Attendez. Individu. Ah non, Virginia. Ah, c'est Julia Randall. Bon. Je ne sais pas. Attends, je vais téléphoner.
His mother would be proud of him catching all those.
Voilà. Allez. Hop là.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective.
J'ai trouvé.
Bukowski and Galloway request you return to Hollywood Station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks, man.
I think his name is Phelps.
Retrouver l'agent Wallis. Bon, je pense qu'on va aller choper l'agent Wallis qui doit être en train de bouger. On va pas se faire avoir comme le taxi la dernière fois.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus 2 dames always equals problems. Straight through the intersection.
Non, arrêtez avec votre vol, j'en ai rien à foutre. J'ai dit tout à l'heure que ça m'intéressait pas.
Go straight over.
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
On fait équipe, Wallis? Ah bon, bah les deux sont là. Ouais. Attendez que je prenne ma souris. Auto se dégage. Il est où le dernier? Montre-leur c'est qui le genre 6. Ok, ok, je ping. Je push. Oh merde, c'est mon collègue. Ouais, j'allais lui mettre une de ses balles. Il est où le tabrouti là? Ping. Et voilà, j'ai clutch. GG guys, well play. Have a nice day. It was a good game.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some
Heureusement qu'on avait chopé ce mec là, hein, parce qu'il était tout seul face à 4 gars. Hein.
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had
Big
him
guy.
cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks.
Monsieur Muscle.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
On n'a pas été mal, on a tué tout le monde et on a rattrapé Willy. Willy. Oh, il y a écrit Hollywood. Comme si on était à Hollywood.
LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Next left.
Ouah, je l'ai pas vu.
Keep straight.
Je vais mettre ma sirène.
go straight.
Oui, bah c'est bon, j'ai compris. Putain, la sirène du con. C'est pas vrai ça, heureusement que j'ai des réflexes surhumains.
You caught up with Mal. He's given us the dope on LeBlanc. He worked burglaries with a big guy. Goes by the name of Willie. He might be our killer. Can you work boxing gyms, the Y, promoters, that kind of stuff?
YMCA.
Since when have you started giving orders, Phelps? And where's the burglary angle? There was no sign of a...
That's where our net comes in. Next stop, we speak to Lacey about a list of recent burglaries.
Guy's a bum. His office is a front, and he's behind on the rent and his phone bill.
And he's skipping town tomorrow.
Let's get him in and beat it out of him.
Do you want to bring in the killer, Rusty?
It could be too smart for your own good, Phelps. We've been talking about that, haven't we, Roy? Stefan?
Finbar?
Putain, Rusty, t'es devenu un sale
Sir, I
type.
need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you.
C'est Bruce Willis.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Merci, Bruce.
Is the cigarette case on there?
Cigarette case.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud.
Il n'y a rien d'autre. Ah, encore un truc apparemment. Oh, Black Sapphire.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Peut-être deux trucs. Non. C'est bon? Encore? Attendez, mais j'ai raté quoi? Faut que je lise tout. Objet volé. Donc ça c'est bon. Ça c'est bon. Merde, je vais pas cliquer. Une boucle d'oreille. Pilulier en argent.
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Divers vêtements. Non. Couteau, fourchette, bague avec perles.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Bon, et maintenant? J'ai pas de suspect. On va voir Arnett. J'ai pas d'adresse.
Well, you can
Help me
only
out.
dream.
Okay. We check out this Eastern broad and see if we can make the link between the burglars and Arnett.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed?
Allez, Roy.
So you and Rusty have been having discussions. Anything you would like to tell me, partner?
Phelps, don't be so touchy. Rusty had his best ever clearance rate working with you. Even if the cases he worked on can't be discussed. We were just comparing notes. You're a Booneroo case man, Phelps. One of the best I've ever seen.
Thanks.
You gotta learn to take a compliment, Phelps.
J'attendais un mais. Parce que ça commençait bien.
Nice house.
Jolie baraque.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
Je vous suis.
I am Mrs.
Oh, la vieille
Eastern.
peau.
How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? You are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Moi, je vais prendre un verre d'eau, madame. Je suis sage. Liste des objets
Can you
volés.
describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, detective.
Ça te fait rien?
A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Bah, tu fous de ma gueule, il est au 10 000 le truc.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
Et... Tu sais à qui tu parles là? Attends un peu que je fasse croix du bas pour descendre jusqu'à la preuve et t'es pas prête toi.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the
Malade.
real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied?
Oui.
My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
A terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
Il est gentil. Ah, ça commence à pas me plaire là, cette histoire. Couvrant une période de 12 mois. Alors oui, pour le coup, c'est vrai, ça fait 1 an. Vérité, doute, vérité, doute, vérité, doute. Allez, Julie, c'est toi qui décide. Vérité ou doute? Ou alors je fais mensonge pour voir ce qu'elle dit. Allez, on fait mensonge, on voit ce qu'elle dit. Mais je refais après en arrière.
There isn't an insurance claim involved, is there?
Are you accusing me of having my own home burgled? How dare you? What possible proof do you have for this scandalous remark?
Alors j'ai pas de preuve pour le mensonge, mais du coup ça confirme un peu le... Ça confirme un peu le doute. Qu'est-ce que vous en pensez? Je serais parti sur doute. Dites-moi ce que vous en pensez. Doute. Allez, on va sur doute.
I have already received the insurance claim, detective. Is there
Je sais pas
any
si
way we
c'était...
could keep the return of these items discreet?
On avait tous faux. C'était vérité. Mais j'ai un peu orienté le truc sur doute. Je m'en excuse.
The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother. Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the
Tiens,
things
tiens,
that were stolen,
tiens.
darling.
What did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Oh! Ben... Alors attendez, parce que déjà... Excusez-moi, hein, restez là. Ne bougez pas, madame. Je vais vérifier quelque chose dans le véhicule de votre mère. Hop là. Du coup, ça devait être mensonge, ouais, mais la preuve à apporter. Aucune idée. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Non, je faisais juste... Je disais qu'est-ce qu'il y a, parce que ça m'indique pas où il faut aller. Ah, c'est bon, hop. Et c'était juste pour débloquer le véhicule que j'ai fait ça. T'inquiète. Voilà, les flics dans cette ville sont des abrutis, mais un truc de ouf. Ils se tétanisent.
Turn left up ahead.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
What a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Non mais klaxonne pas, je m'assienne. Oh, chiant.
You need to take the next right.
Je me concentre, hein, c'est pour ça que je parle. Après je vais encore foncer dans les murs.
Stay straight on this road. Take the next left. Take the next right. Straight over.
La musique
Next
s'emballe.
left.
Tadadam. T'as les flics!
Next right.
Putain, c'est loin cette merde! De toute façon, je m'engage dans une conduite de 40 minutes là, parce que le drapeau ne bouge pas. Hein. C'est un enfer. Ah, si, je crois qu'on se rapproche.
You need to take the next right.
Quel enfer! Appartement d'Arnett.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiancé really is.
Sans endommager votre véhicule. Putain, il y a un succès pour ça. Vous imaginez, j'aurais fait ne serait-ce qu'un accident, je n'aurais jamais découvert.
I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Non, mais...
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dankeschön.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
On va bien s'amuser. Oh là, il y a des bruits bizarres.
Stop! Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, put your
Oh
hands in
putain.
the air.
Give it up, LAPD.
Il a remonté? Non. Ah si.
Don't make me chase you.
Je suis mort.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round too. He's all hopped up. Good time to
C'est
get
marrant, il
some
m'a frappé avec
answers.
une planche, pile comme l'autre mec.
You missing something, Henry?
Agression sur personne dépositaire de l'autorité publique. Est-ce que je peux analyser l'appartement avant toute chose? Oui.
Probably nothing.
Je vais prendre tout mon temps pour retrouver mon esprit. Une lampe torche.
Not everything here is going to be relevant. Doesn't look like anything.
Oh, je fouille tout, hein, j'en ai rien à foutre. Hein. Il va attendre. Du courrier, la chambre à coucher. J'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a rien à trouver chez lui. Hein. Mais il y aura peut-être The Détail.
I doubt it.
Je ne pense pas. Bon. Ah, je dois quitter un instant, je repasse après. Pas de soucis, pas de soucis. No suicide. Oh. Petit stat.
Circumstantial.
Il n'y a rien à trouver. Moi j'ai l'impression que le jeu essaie de me décourager en mode il n'y a rien, il n'y a rien. Et il y aura un endroit où il y aura plein de trucs. Bon, je commence à douter. Bon, j'ai l'impression qu'il n'y a rien. Oh, quoi? Oh! Putain, j'ai bien fait de... C'est beau l'espoir, regarde mec, l'espoir. Ligne Pacifique Sud, merci d'avoir choisi Union Pacifique. Mexico. Ah mais c'est le mec de tout à l'heure?
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
C'est une des montres qui était dans l'épreuve.
A graduation present from my parents.
Des objets volés. Je suis tombé dessus tout à l'heure, Vacheron truc. T'es fait comme un rat, mon salaud. Allez, discutons.
Any ideas?
Non, c'est à lui que je parle. Hop là. Réseau de cambrioleurs professionnels.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Ça fout de ma gueule.
You're lying, Henry. How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Bah je sais pas encore, mais je vais trouver. En vrai, j'en sais rien. Je sais plus c'est quoi son nom, hein, lui. Henry Arnett. Il était sur la liste des objets des objets volés, non? Vas-y, je tente un mensonge, au pire je me trompe, puis pas grave. Il a une montre volée.
I thought as much.
Bon,
Couldn't you be calling me an ambulance?
vu que j'ai pas ramassé la preuve, ça compte pas. Putain, j'en ai marre d'être débile. Je l'ai lu la preuve. C'est juste que le jeu l'a pas relevé.
Kill Julia Randall.
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was gonna marry Heather.
Ou alors je me fais des fausses idées.
Julia told the others that they were out, that she was gonna create a new gang.
Mobile pour le meurtre. J'ai rien suivi. Je suis encore l'accusé de mensonge, mais je vais attendre de voir ce qu'il dit.
You're lying, Arnett. I think you ordered them to kill her. It was made to look like suicide, and when the coroner saw through that, you knew it was time to run.
I told you I was involved in the burglaries. I had nothing to do with Julia's death. Why would I need to run?
It's nothing personal.
Bon, je vais
Just doing
douter
my
parce que
job.
je sais pas.
Understand that.
Encore raté.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Je crois que j'ai rien compris à l'enquête en
Julia was
fait.
his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from.
Parce que moi je pensais que c'était Henderson, mais en fait non, c'est Harriet. Harriet. Voilà, Arnett. Et en fait, il cambriolait des baraques avec Julia, j'ai rien compris.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
C'est toi Anderson, c'est ça?
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Allez, on part sur un doute, comme ça on a...
Looks like I was mistaken.
On a bien rien compris. Allez, doute. Allez, perdu.
Give it up, Arnett. You're facing the gas chamber.
Je
This is just some
comprends rien en
reason
fait.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone.
Il va nous dire
So
pourquoi.
beautiful. So goddamn cold.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Donc Anderson, c'était lui en fait, qui se maquillait. J'ai rien compris. J'ai envie de comprendre là. Attendez. Cabinet du docteur Stoneman, quoi?
You can drive.
All right, where to?
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
I should have never told you that.
Attendez, je veux comprendre un truc là. Indice. Individu. Dr Stoneman. Willy, on sait pas qui c'est. Identifié comme... Quoi? Attends, mais à quel moment le médecin s'est devenu Anderson? C'est lui qui vient de le Poucaf, c'est ça? Donc le médecin c'est Anderson. Et du coup dans les preuves de l'autre là quand il a dit oui machin je sais pas quoi. Merde, je vais y arriver. Indice. Il a dit blablabla, je sais pas. Attends, individu, je peux pas revoir les... Henri Arnett. Réseau de cambriolage. Identité de mobile pour le meurtre. Donc machin de cambriolage, au lieu de lui montrer la... Ah mais putain je viens de comprendre. Au lieu de lui montrer la montre où je l'ai entreaperçu, j'aurais dû mettre ça. Parce que ça on savait que du coup c'était vendu. Et du coup c'est lui qui les a vendus je crois. Donc ça doit être l'étui à cigarette et pas la montre. Et pour le reste de oui, mobile pour le meurtre. Pourquoi il se barre au Mexique? Ça doit être ça. Billet de train. Attendez. Aller simple en train pour... Voilà, donc ça doit être ça. Donc je pense que je me suis trompé pour ça. Bon, allons voir Stoneman. Enfin, oui. Anderson. Normalement c'est ça. Oui. Putain. Honnêtement, je suis débile de base, mais... Je vous avoue que le faire en stream, ça rajoute à une sorte d'inattention. Et j'avoue que je passe à côté de trucs, mais... qui peuvent paraître évidents, mais... ça paraissait pas évident que ça. Peut-être que tout seul j'aurais compris, mais en stream, putain, faut suivre. Donc il est encore ouvert à cette heure-là, Stoneman?
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett. And tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
Ok, donc en fait tout le monde était coupable quoi.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key.
Donc lui c'est Anderson. Oh bah merde.
Didn't see that coming.
Bon bah merde.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
Ce qu'il méritait.
En route, detective.
Je sais pas.
You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine.
Putain, mais cette mission est super longue par contre.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Du coup, je pense que c'est ça. Il y a un mec qui faisait les braquages chez sa propre mère. Julia, elle était impliquée dedans parce que elle récupérait les noms de je sais pas qui. Là. Et du coup, c'était un gang quoi. Ils étaient 4. Et ils ont voulu arrêter. Et du coup, ils l'ont tué.
Would you throw it all away for a woman? Life has a way of making you pay for your pride. You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As
Bon.
long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Conduis, petit bonhomme.
You're behind the wheel.
Vous avez vu le nombre d'adresses qu'on a? On n'a jamais eu un truc aussi long. D'habitude ça dure genre 50 minutes, j'ai 5 ou 4 adresses et là j'ai fait la moitié de Los Angeles. Putain, elle, quand je vais devoir refaire cette mission pour avoir tous les interrogatoires correctement, je vais juste devoir prendre une demi-journée.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt on us.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Allez, ça recommence. Il est où? Putain, il est monté. Bon, après en D, ça veut dire mettre une balle entre les deux yeux. On commence à connaître. Pourquoi je peux pas monter moi? Bizarre. Ah non mais c'est vrai que le but, je pense toujours au fait que je rate les interrogatoires, ça m'énerve. Parce que du coup on comprend rien à l'histoire. Quand je rate tout, l'interrogatoire il mène à rien et du coup on comprend rien. Et ça me rend ouf. Il est où? Il est encore monté?
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is. Waste the son of a bitch.
Ah, il lui faut combien de balles à cet enfoiré? C'est Terminator ou quoi le mec?
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy! I think you should buy your brother officers a drink. Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Sac de nœuds et petite pépé. Ouah, 11 sur 16. En vrai ça va, j'en ai raté 5. Ouah putain le nombre de dégâts. 5 questions sur 16 c'est pas énorme. Mais le problème c'est que concerne les interrogatoires les plus importants, à savoir la plupart du temps les interrogatoires de dénouement avec les vrais suspects du coup. Et là, en fait, on aurait pu comprendre. Arnett est maintenant le seul à connaître en détail la relation obsessionnelle que le défunt docteur entretenait avec sa patiente. Ouais, en gros, le doc était amoureux de Julia Randall, de ce que j'ai compris. Mais il y avait une histoire de gang de braqueurs, en fait, ils étaient tous un peu en groupe. Je crois. Stoneman, c'est Anderson. Arnett, bah, du coup, il avait volé des trucs aussi. Il y a les deux mecs qui étaient un peu les bras droits de Arnett, donc Willy Truc et je sais plus le deuxième mec, le blanc. Les deux, eux, braquaient. Arnett leur disait quoi faire. Et après, ils revendaient tout. C'est Julia machin qui arnaquait un peu tout le monde aussi. Donc en fait, c'était un petit groupe et du coup, ils étaient tous pas très nets. Ils ont voulu arrêter. Julia voulait continuer. Du coup, ils l'ont tué. Ok, ok. Sacrée histoire quand même. On va continuer là et normalement, je pense que ça va pas lancer de cinématique. Donc on s'arrêtera là YouTube. Je vais juste vérifier. Oh, cinématique.
The whole company is gone, Hank. The major is dead. We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cals still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
Ah.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole. Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Eh ben, je crois que cette cinématique a été rajoutée parce que ça me dit rien du tout non plus. Mais après, je commence à avoir très peu de souvenirs du jeu, donc je sais juste qu'après il y a des affaires une ou deux affaires qui vont me parler, je pense, mais le reste. Quoi qu'il arrive, YouTube, on est déjà à 1h30 d'épisode pour cette affaire, c'est énorme. J'ai fait full merde sur l'interrogatoire de fin. S'il y a vraiment un truc important, je pense que j'essaierai de refaire cette affaire avant de publier la vidéo. Et si vraiment il y a des détails importants qu'il fallait absolument connaître, je les mettrai en commentaire pour qu'on comprenne mieux l'affaire. Parce que là, j'étais un peu perdu sur la fin. En tout cas, merci d'avoir suivi cet épisode. On continuera en live très prochainement. Si vous passez sur Twitch, sinon, bah, ce sera sur YouTube, hein, comme d'habitude. Voilà, à la prochaine, prenez soin de vous, et au revoir.